out and it worked. So, who are we to judge?
Awesome. All right.
John. Oh.
All right, John. We are live on channels now.
Yay.
And I believe that for the first time this week,
we're on time.
we can actually. Well, we're on time. Big huzzah there. And
are you recording? It doesn't say recording in the top hand.
I'm not recording yet.
Come on, Alicia.
Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Now,
do you guys have a checklist?
That checklist is in the office, rude. So.
Hi, Walt. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the dumpster fire.
It is not so dumpster fiery this week.
No, we're doing great. We have a whole bunch of other fun new toys to fiddle with that you're going to be fiddling with the entire time.
I am not going to be fiddling with them the entire time.
Okay.
I'm just adjusting. So the little recording thing and everything, see, it's just adjusting. So, but I'm super excited about having the chat on screen so everybody can see each other. We should be live on Twitch and YouTube this week since I just went around Zoom stuff.
Which one are you on, Alicia? I have Twitch up. Would you rather me? Like, which one would you or does it not matter because now everyone can see the chat?
So, since everyone can see the chat, I'm actually using the Restream chat.
Wow. I am playing public domain music in the background.
John's
I'm
DJ
gonna
life
the
is
YouTube one, I think.
showing through.
Maybe you should have been a bard. Maybe the next couple levels we can have you become a DJ bard and
Oh my god, so much fun.
bring in music. Why not? Why not?
Is the sound okay on the stream? Kim and Walt.
Are we live on YouTube?
What?
Are we live on YouTube?
Yeah, it says we're live everywhere.
Yeah, I just went on YouTube.
Oh, I like our little labels too. They look great.
Alicia, explain how the chat works for me. So are you seeing two chats or is it all like one chat?
So, it will actually push messages between the two platforms. So I have one chat, but if someone is on Twitch, they can still interact with people who are over on Discord. So, hi Archie, or not Discord, Twitch, the other one.
We can see where the messages are coming from. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. So,
Oh, I
This
like
is
it.
really
It pulls
cool.
them into YouTube as well.
Yeah.
It comes in as a Restream bot.
yep.
Hey,
So,
Archie. Thank you.
but if you are on the Restream link, which I could send you guys, you know, the magic of the internet, you can actually see where they're coming from and everything. And so that's my non-sponsored plug for the week.
And we can
you see
label
Fancy
7
Pants
seconds of any song.
on the ones and twos. We hear nothing.
Yes.
Unless you sound great.
Awesome. Thank you, Evan. Appreciate it. I do have the DJ stuff set up so we can play 7 seconds of any song without being copyright struck.
Can we fix John's
Do this every time.
volume
I
up?
forget that I have to
John,
sign
can you
in as
turn-
bite size.
Can you turn your
Mic
output up a little bit?
on? Sure, for sure I can.
And I am pretty sure that we are picking up the fan on my computer, everyone. So,
Is that better?
a little bit more.
Is the fan on the Drunk Flamingo or is
No, it's on the
Drum-
computer.
drumming up.
I need to figure out how to cool my computer better. It is doing a lot of CPU processing, so.
Oh well, we'll figure it out.
Alright. Anyway.
Let's go!
Look, new week,
Yep,
new issues.
sorry.
We'll have them figured out again next week. We're learning.
Yeah,
Always
sorry.
be learning. It's a core value of ours.
So, last week in the Holy Hops Tavern, the band of adventurers were approached by Dwyer Argast to retrieve a bunch of fruit that he thinks might be diseased in some way. And so he hired you to go retrieve them and his stolen gold from the sea rats. You promptly went to their warehouse, beat everybody up, and reacquired the fruits of their labor. You've returned back to the inn, returned to him his stolen goods, and you promptly passed out again. So now it's the next day. He's gone to get his fruit tested, but he's waiting for the results, just enjoying a breakfast. And what do you guys do at this point? I know that our pixie is interested in finding out what this mystical creature on her pendant is. And I believe, and you guys might have some other interests. But you wake up the next morning, make your way downstairs, and Kai has already prepared your breakfast that you get every day. You each come down in turn. What do you guys say to each other? Do you guys want to do anything in particular, or do you want to move on to... What would you say to each other in your downtime? What's that?
Good morning.
Did I make some tea?
Very nice.
Hold, please.
You're... Okay.
Just give me a second.
Alicia's
I'll
fiddling
try to
with the
talk to
sound.
Senpai while she's busy.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
You can keep talking, just...
Sorry. All right.
We all want to talk to Senpai.
What does Thistle? You make tea, and you see your companion over there, Grigor, brooding over his morning meal. He is quite emo. He set up his hair perfectly draped over one eye, per usual. But yeah. You haven't really gotten to
Sorry, I was
talk to
trying to
Grigor,
figure
know
it
much
out.
about him. You've just done a few odd jobs, and so now's a good opportunity to actually talk to John to figure out more about Grigor.
I go over and ask him if he will tell me his life story.
Sure. What would you like to know?
Everything.
Okay. I was born 101 years ago this week. Day 1.
When's your birthday?
It is, well, actually it's November. So it's different days. We have a different time scheme in Elven times. So on the first day I was born, I came home from the hospital.
Do you remember that day?
I don't. It was a long time ago.
That's fair.
Can you guys... Sorry, pause a minute. I think I found the issue. Not going to be fixed today. Cool. All right. Carry on.
was it?
I'm not using the virtual audio cable.
On day 2, oh, that's all right. On day 2, my mother fed me.
What did she feed you?
I don't remember. It was 101 years.
That's a long time. I am not that old.
How old are you?
Oh, I forgot to write it. That was on the sheet that got deleted. I believe we settled on 21.
That works.
Legally able to drink, but like very young. And
Gotcha.
my temper tantrums. Alicia, can you Slack me the bite-sized YouTube thing? It's not letting me log in for some reason, and it's telling me I need to create my own channel. Just like it's not the BSD at Bite Size Digital is not the one, and for some reason it didn't save. But it's frustrating at the moment.
All right. Well, continue talking. I will get that to you.
Ooh, so what else can you tell me about yourself?
About me? You're supposed to be telling me your story.
Well, we're going back and forth. We're having a little tete-a-tete here. So,
Well, what would you like to know?
where did you get that little belt that you wear?
The ring?
Yes.
The belt that I wore is the ring that I took off the first guy we murdered together.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Do you see this little spot here? That is the stained blood. I thought about washing it off, but that didn't seem true. This will always remind me of you.
How are you enjoying your new chaps?
Oh, I have not finished sewing them yet because we came home and went right to bed so that I would, not die. But they are upstairs, and I plan to make them tonight. In fact, I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
There's something about the beer here that seems oddly familiar to us.
Yes, I don't know what it is. I had never had beer before. Where I come from, the only thing we would have is wine made from the fruits of the berries we were able to collect. So beer and hops are new to me, but at the same time, they taste so old.
Kai, make sure that you guys enjoy your breakfast Holy Hops brew. The Suds of Heaven, an original concoction crafted by Kai himself.
Sorry.
And so each of you gets a D4 they can add to whatever roll you want throughout the day. As you guys are just invigorated by this relaxing and caffeinated brew. And after giving you that food, he walks away to go finish up the meals for not Grigor, Senpai, because he likes a very particular dish.
Alicia, so ignore what I told you earlier. I just made a YouTube channel. It's fine. Don't worry about what I told you earlier. To be able to log in.
Can you guys roll me a perception check? A D20 roll plus wisdom plus proficiency if you have perception.
I did not start off great there. So you said plus wisdom.
Yep.
I rolled a 7.
Awesome.
Rolled an 11.
Okay. 11 is good enough. While you are having this lovely conversation with Thistle, who is probably just sitting on the table because they don't exactly have properly sized furniture for you, you do see this mailman, one of the just standard couriers of the Barrows, come in, tag on some random pieces of paper for odd jobs, whatnot, on the board and walk out. There were 3 pieces of paper he attached to the board and ripped down 2 of them. But you know
fly
that
over to the one that's there and attempt to read it. But then, do I know how to read?
yeah, you know how to read.
Okay, great. Then I read it.
Well, you're the one that rolled terribly. You were too invested in Grigor's story to see anything happening besides the angsty wafting of Grigor's hair.
That's fair.
But Grigor
Damn
was able to
hair.
see easily over your shoulder, since everything is over your shoulder, to see. Thanks, John. It reminds me of
Here to help.
Spider-Man 3 whenever Spider-Man goes emo for a moment. I appreciate that. But yeah, Grigor, you saw this orc come in, plaster the things, and leave. And that's generally where you accrue the various works that you get throughout the day. But you also notice Thistle's symbol, not that you're able to make out the rough artistry of the pendant. So there's some things they can look for, delve more into with her character, or you can inquire with Kai about something specific, or yada yada yada. What do you guys do?
What do you want to know?
So do you want to? So the things on the board, are they like little odd jobs that we could do?
Yeah. The Barrows is very libertarian-esque. And so, as work is needed, they can occasionally hire external workers to do basic things. And it's basically a work for a specific wage, not standard employment.
Okay, can we pause again? I think I have it figured out. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm not going to be able to enjoy this until I get it figured out. All right. John, can you talk now?
Hello, how are you?
All right, we got it half figured out.
So close to having such a great dice tower.
My bad.
Yeah, we know. Sorry.
I fixed it.
Wait, was that not going out to the rest of the world so we could only hear each other?
I might have accidentally left it muted.
Great.
Sorry. I'm trying really hard here, guys.
Yeah, we know. We're sorry.
And we can't be in the same place to troubleshoot, and Caleb is not good at troubleshooting.
That's true.
So,
Alright, so the 3 new boards are some light security work because someone was hurt, to taking out trash. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Give me a insight check since you're reading through it. So that's a d20 roll plus wisdom plus insight.
What was the last thing everybody heard? Do we need to go back?
It's fine. We're fast
wait,
forward.
can you hear us now? Is everyone audible now? And Evan, if you ever want to do tech support for us, you are more than welcome. Because if we ran
Welcome
Zoom
aboard.
to your OBS, this wouldn't be an issue. We need a tech person.
Yes.
Having the tech people be on the cast is just
Problematic.
not working well for us.
Indeed.
I don't even know what the OBS thing is you're saying, so I will stay right here
Software.
playing the game.
Oh, I thought your emphatic yes, Evan, was to doing that. Darn delay.
Yeah, what? And then
I mean,
we'll
it's
pay
not a
you
paid
in-
job, Evan.
We'll pay you in craft beer. I've got like 2 really cool IPAs right now.
Anyway,
So,
I promise to stop fiddling and ruining the stream now.
I appreciate that. So,
It's honor.
so yeah, 2 jobs. Security, taking out trash, and there's a third one that involves with something with transportation, moving crates from one location to another. It looks like a muscle day labor kind of profession.
What's the transportation one like? Because I don't think I'm up for muscling around crates today.
Are you all of a sudden there?
Yeah, I
She
came
appears
downstairs.
in a puff of flowers. He appears.
Senpai.
Senpai appears in a puff of flowers.
I just don't feel like lifting crates today. Still sore from almost dying.
I wasn't listening well enough. What are the options? I was dancing in Gregor's hair, remember?
Oh my god. What a flippin' train wreck this is today.
So,
I really wish I would have gotten my drink before we started all of this, too.
3 jobs. Security seems to be at a zoo. 2, taking out the trash. And it's needed by some guy that runs the ship called the Wet Willie. And 3, seems to be just day labor, moving crates from the Falls district, which is right below the palace. So it's above you, all the way down to the marina. So it's a long bit of traveling.
What
I
do you
heard
do?
zoo. I vote we go to the zoo.
John, you missed it last time. I don't think, was it after or something? I feel like you weren't there, but we came up with a whole idea about a carnival episode that needs to happen, and we had like all ideas. So I vote we go to a zoo, and then next time we have to find our way to a carnival. We had a whole bit worked out about when Thistle wants to ride one of the rides, and she's presumed is too short.
We're just going to do all of the anime trope episodes. So we'll have a zoo day, a beach day, a festival day.
What's the like a bathhouse day? Apparently,
Hot Springs.
Hot
Springs
Springs.
episode.
they have those here.
It's amazing.
So, you know that the zoo is in the palace itself. It's in Torogens, the welcome to our group. Off tracks again? That is how we live.
We hit our stride about halfway through the episode, and then the last hour is really strong.
Yeah.
And I edit out most of the first hour.
So, you know that the zoo is in Torogens Palace. Give me a history check from all of you.
Ooh.
You guys have lived in this city long enough that you guys might know something about this orc leader of the city.
I didn't untie my dice bag.
I know you're busy fiddling with everything.
What's the modifier for that one?
Intelligence and history if you have it.
All right, 17.
Nice.
So,
I
Senpai is
also rolled a 17.
too busy getting excited about getting to pet a panda. He is convinced that there is a panda he gets to pet.
Panda.
So he got a 7.
All right. So,
Is someone going to explain to Thistle what a zoo is? What's a zoo?
A zoo's where they keep all of the cutest animals that people don't normally get to see in the wild, so that they can go and visit them and interact with them in a safe way where they're not going to get eaten.
Are they only cute or are they also vicious?
There are vicious ones too,
Yeah,
like
they're
lions. Maybe we can find the thing there.
The thing.
The thing!
Yes. Yes.
I like how neither Grigor or Senpai have rolled to see if they know what the thing is and are just not telling her.
Yeah, do you guys know what it is and you just haven't told me?
I mean, should I make a nature check?
Sure.
See
With
if I
advantage.
know. With it. Well, that's good because that one was a 1.
You know what? Let's keep the 1 because.
It's a 15 on the second one.
Alright. It's pixie art, and they don't do much, like... Wait, no. You're actually proficient in woodwork, aren't you?
Also, this is, for those of you who don't know, it's the Pixie Barbarian spirit animals where I live. I actually just, if Alicia, heads up, I just put this in the, what's the other D&D thing that
Discord.
we're doing?
Fun
Discord.
plug if you want to interact with us and with Caleb's other players in a more casual setting that's not this stream. There is a link in other videos, not in this one yet, where you can join the Discord and talk to us all week long.
You can
And
drop that
I
in the
just put in
chat, right?
Thistle's backstory, so you can hear her whole backstory there. But, so my plan that when a pixie comes of age, there's this ritual thing with the fire, and their spirit animal walks through the fire, and that's where they're given the wooden token. And the whole thing is that a badger's never been seen before. And because it's a small animal, everybody assumes that I'm weak, and I was put very low on the totem pole, which is why I left, to prove that it's not a weak animal, but I don't know what it is. However, I would guess that because we're mostly proficient in carpentry from building everything, and it's something we've been doing for like hundreds of years, my guess is that we'd be pretty good at carving the animals. But it's the first time they've ever seen this animal, so they'd be good at it, but it's also the very first time they carved it.
Alright. You're able to... John, what did you roll?
Is this for the
Animal. So,
nature?
yeah, give me an
Nature check.
intelligent nature.
14?
14. You guys rolled about the same. You both recognize it as... It could be one of a few things, just because it's a little convoluted. It could be anything from a bear, badger, wolverine, a raccoon,
I know it's
maybe.
not a bear. That's one of the common ones. Raccoon would have been a good one.
It's really hard to tell from the general shape. Since there's no coloration on the wood, it could be one of a few things. But you both have seen and know what a badger is. You just can't recognize that this carving is a badger.
So I'm going to take the tiny carving from her, if that's okay, Thistle.
Yeah, I also wear it around my neck, so we have to remember that I keep going like this, but in reality, this tiny little thing is going to be about the size of my pinky nail, because it's my necklace.
All right, so I've got it like this, and I say, well, there are a few things it could be, but most of them will be at the zoo. So find the one that speaks to you. The spirits will lead you. They've led you so far.
I whistle for Kevin. I can't actually whistle, guys, just so you know, but I whistle for Kevin, and immediately, thank you, John, for the assist, and jump on his back and say, "We must leave now."
The frog detaches itself from the ceiling and like pops out of nowhere. It seems like he was just comfortably hanging on the ceiling as frogs do.
So, quick sidebar.
While you do this, I'm gonna grab my drink. I'll still be able to hear you, but I will be off camera for a second.
Yep.
So, Hey, through the trauma of watching Pippin get killed and thrown down a well, kind of leveled up into the attack chicken. Did Kevin get any tougher, or is Kevin more like an even keeled? Since he was a familiar, he's more stoic, or is he kind of like a little dark and emo now too?
Is Hey Dark and Emo after the death, or
Yes.
After? Well, I've been characterizing him as
No, he got more dark. He's now on a rampage. He wants nothing more than to avenge Pippin. Like, if we ever run into this snake god again, Hey is going to go for his throat.
And Hey will die.
Okay.
Um,
Sure.
I
We have
would like
Rambo
to
the
say
chicken.
that- So Kevin is very wise, and he's a very old soul. So although he doesn't like the way that it happened, he also knows that like it was Gully's time. Like she allowed for this to happen, and he just like he's very like one with the earth. Like he eats a lot of weird plants, and just like goes on those spiritual journeys, which is like. And now he has found his new friend that he is adventuring with. So he like honors Gully, but this is a new stage of his life, and he's more like, what will happen, my friend.
I love Kevin so much. This is Zen Krog.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys accumulate. On the poster, it clearly says who you need to talk to actually acquire this job. It's an orc by the name of Boss. B-A-S-S. Not base, boss. And he's probably just one of the employers in Torgen's palace. And you guys rolled fairly high on knowing some information about Torgen. Torgen is the orcish pirate king of the stacks. He started the city on all
Rock
of this
and roll?
stolen. Yeah, basically, it's,
Without this city.
he built the palace, planning to retire. He was approached by So Anu and was like, "Hey, you're going to be bored out of your skull. Invite entertainers and use your gold as bait to lure them here." And it worked. The entire city is basically just one giant entertaining circus for his privilege. His palace that he formed is kind of a curated experience to everything he likes. So he has his own theater, which is ritzy as heck. He has a zoo, which is ritzy as heck. He has a museum and stolen artifacts, which people are freely able to enjoy. Not freely. Able to enjoy at a cost. So he uses his treasure to get more treasure.
Really, John?
Thank you. And so, thank you, John. That was too darn fast. You make your way upwards in the district. Now the districts are, there's basically a parking garage where carts go up and down the stacks. It's a pretty wide band of stairs, and you see various creatures carrying wagons up and down as you make your way up north, upwards, skyward. You make your way through the carnival. You see some circus performers trying to sell their shows, trying to attract people to spend some money at the casinos, enjoying a good old time, distractions. But you guys are on a mission. You want to go see the zoo, and you want to go work at said zoo. So you work your way past the carnival district, make your way up through the falls. And the falls is a district completely... Get the YouTube hammer wall.
Stop!
I'm sorry, the thing moved.
The three of us are watching the chat and interacting as needed. You just need to keep things moving.
I'm trying.
Stop being
You
distracted.
won't get hammered by YouTube, Alicia. It just demonetizes and sends the money to Jefferson Starship instead of us.
I mean, we're not getting money because we don't have enough subscribers left. So here's our plug. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and tell your friends. When we get to 100 subscribers, we will do a giveaway of some weird crocheted item, whatever I feel like making.
Or, those Dungeon Habit cards I make. We can get those.
Yeah, but I like to crochet, and I think it'd be more fun to, give someone your hat. Maybe at, the monetization level, I'll give someone your hat. You can give cards away, that's fine. I was trying to take some pressure off of you. Not your hat.
You said my hat!
Like a hat like yours.
So.
Reasonable facsimile.
Yes. Reasonable facsimile.
Pretty soon, Thistle's gonna have an acorn hat crocheted by the one and only Alicia.
I mean, by pretty soon, you mean in a couple months, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would take me 4 years.
I have to finish.
She also made Kevin.
And I made Hehe. I made the hat. I love crocheting. If John ever fires me, I'm just going to bury myself in a hole and crochet for a living. So.
We'll join
that's not
there.
happening, so whatever.
What, John?
I said, well, that's not happening, so whatever.
John,
I love you too, John.
I'm just gonna go to his house and live on his stoop.
So.
Anyway.
You make your way up through the Carnival District and into the Falls. The Falls is probably the most boring of the districts. It is filled with various industries that have... Why? Rabbit. You're not wrong. John.
I requested it, to be fair.
I know. Shame on all of you. So, the Falls is inhabited by actual industrial people. Since there are things that are illegal in most of the world, most places consider it taboo to make certain substances or do things or whatever. Basically, anyone who wants to make said product without any of that bothersome regulation, they just move to the barrows and they make it here without any of those worries. So this entire Falls district is filled with various arcane smiths, craftsmen, and just industrious people making things for a living at a really high profit with their exports. You make your way past that boring district and work your way up, and you actually see sunlight for the first time in a while, since the marina yesterday. The Palace District is this massive, hanging gardens, effectively, on top of the stacks. There's beautiful sunlight, there's exotic birds everywhere. It's a tropical paradise. The walkways are nice and large to allow tourists to come and go, no problem. And you work your way over to the zoo, the menagerie. And you know that Boss is probably going to be in the office of the menagerie. So I assume you go up, knock on the door, and this orcish bookie opens the door. He is gangly, slick-backed hair, seems to have been wetted down, or it's just he hasn't bathed in a while. And he goes, "Who are you?"
We are here to answer your wanted ad, my friend. And I give him a rose.
He goes, "No, thank you. Which wanted ad? Give me the poster." Who took the poster?
Here it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He takes it from you, looks at it real fast, and goes, "Oh, you're Phil's caretaker. Cover. Great, come on in." You guys
Phil?
walk into the... Yeah, Phil. Phil was mauled last week. It's fine.
Mauled by what?
Phil got the Rona.
Well, he's basically just you feed the animals. So you guys are gonna have some food. You're gonna go feed things. They'll be fine. So just follow this gnome. You do the feeding. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You have to wear these uniforms though. Then he hands you these like absolutely gaudy, like velvet, like almost like a usher uniforms.
Do they have little hats?
They do
The
have
singer?
singer. No, like the theater ushers with like this stupid little tiny
So like bellhops?
bellhop hats.
Checking. Okay.
Do you have one that's like a cigarette lady, like one of those with a little box? I would like to take that and put little acorns in it.
She does. He does look at you and goes, "We have extra small uniforms, but that is too big for you."
I do. Is there like a matchbox sitting nearby?
A matchbox?
Yes, because
Should have
matchboxes.
finished my leather
I
chaps.
know what I'm doing. Is there a matchbox sitting nearby?
Sure.
I grab one, I pop the cover off, and I pull some like string off of one of the other uniforms and make a little thing for it, like so it can go around her neck. And I say, "Here is your cigarette box, madam."
Give
And I
me.
need a little hat.
Oh, a little hat. Is there a pencil nearby?
There are some branded pencils.
Pop off
You're
the
so smart.
the eraser
This is why you are the MacGyver.
and like make a little eraser hat.
Give me a straight intelligence check for this.
Well, that's maybe that might be cocked. I don't know.
How did you get so many cocked dice? You
Because
got dice
it's
that-
too close to the edge, and this dice is big. Let me roll a smaller dice. 15 plus 1, 16.
Okay. It looks solid. You do a quick job. You're able to put things together, and it looks like it's meant to be a decent representation. And she goes, and the orc gentleman goes, "The pay isn't great. It's only 2 silver a day for each of you, but and who knows how long Phil's going to be out. So, thank you for covering his shifts. Just go with this gnome fellow here. He's a shift supervisor. Feed the animals. Don't get eaten. Cool?"
Sounds good.
He hands you over to this gnome who is young. Like, this is supposed to be like his college job. This gnome is also bookish. You see some pimples because he's young. And he goes, "All right, guys, come on." And leads you all in uniform into the zoo itself. Takes you over to this one house filled with foods. And he goes, "All right, we're going to feed a couple animals today." Gives each of you some foods, a different kind. There's some grains, there's some meat.
Is there a displacer beast? Senpai asks him, "Is there a displacer beast?"
He gets disjointed. "Yeah, there is.
I
We
would
have
like-
a family of 3.
To feed the displacer beasts.
All right, here you go." Take some of the food that he gave over to Gregor, gives it to you. And he goes, "Well, do you have any other questions?"
I turn to Hey Hey and I say, "Make sure you stay out of the cages. Don't want you getting eaten."
I take my necklace and I go, "Have you seen one of these?" And I fly as close to the person's eye as possible and just move it in.
"Oh gosh, get out of my face." It could be. It kind of looks like a deer. Not give you the time of day at all. It's like, we have a couple of you on display.
You have a couple pixies?
Yeah. They're exotic.
Please take me there.
They
Please
are
take me
not
there.
animals, my friend. They are as...
Please, everything's an animal.
Are you an
Guys,
animal?
we're gonna
Are there
an
a
animal.
few gnomes on display?
No, that would be uncivilized.
Whoa!
Take me to the pixies!
The same thing goes for her kind. She's a valuable member of our team. Not
Gosh.
a sideshow attraction, sir.
Are you guys gonna be good feeding the animals, or should I just take you
should
to
kill
the
this
exit
guy.
now?
I lean down and I pick like a bumblebee flower. You know, the little white ones.
Sure.
And I hand it to Thistle. I say, you, madam, are not a mere
Thank you.
animal.
And I wet my eyes. Thank you. And then very seriously, I look at both of you and say, we should kill him.
I don't know that we should kill him yet, Thistle. He
Shut
might
this
just be
in.
misguided. We should show him what a
Pop his goddamn
valuable
pimples.
asset you are.
Sorry, pop his pimple. I would like to go to the pixie cage, please.
Well, we have to feed them, so come with me. And, he leads you into the menagerie proper. You've left the kind of like a worker's room. There's some changing rooms. You've exited these just general stalls that store the food, and you enter the menagerie itself. It's this massive greenhouse, effectively, that seems to have some parts segmented off in nice, unobtrusive cages. And you make your way into the different regions. It seems that like the zoo is broken up into different parts of the world. And as you make your way towards the fairy district, you seem to have put some food away and pulled out others because you're keen on feeding a particular group first. You enter the Sizraka Quarter.
Sizraka?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a particular island in the Drakes, in the eastern seas. It's
You
filled
drop
with-
these words and then tell me not to worry about it.
It's an island in the eastern seas filled with old things from history. It's actually where Thistle is from. You make your way into this region. You see a couple of creatures from your own homeworld. You see various enormous constrictor snakes wrapped around these like redwood trees. They're just enjoying basking in the sunlight. You see these four-armed gorillas just grabbing onto things, enjoying fruit. You make your way past those and you see this nice little fairy enclave. It actually looks like a caricature of a fairy enclave. Like everything is made from like plastics. Like Disney was trying to create a fairy enclave. And you see
Like-
these...
Would you say that it's like a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? Life in plastic? It's fantastic.
Guys, don't make it this easy for me
Fantastic.
to do this.
I would like you to know that this is my favorite song in 1997 when I was 7 years old.
You were 7?
Oh, we're so old.
Caleb, you were the same age. You and Meg are the same age. You like to...
Older. I'm sorry.
I used to ask my brother to play this song so much, he eventually banned it from our house.
Fun fact, I actually
That was
did...
fast, John.
In the things of I am so glad video wasn't so much a thing, I did, not Barbie Girl, but another Aqua song as a talent show entry.
Are you serious? That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
But I was the
I
boy.
used to put...
Hold on, there's another Aqua song?
Yeah,
There's a
what?
lot of other Aqua
Oh,
songs.
No, done. Done for now. Here's your inspiration token
This
back.
song, I used to
Monster.
put roller skates on and go and like roller skate in my garage to this song while twirling a baton. That was my favorite thing to do.
The
as a small
more
child.
you know.
So
Anyway.
you see these horribly made constructs with like plastic plants and whatnot, You see the fairies just kind of lounging by this pool. Just kind of...
Do I know any of them?
No. They
they
must have been
from
part
my
of a
clan?
different glade. But you see one of them has like an aluminum foil thing to kind of just direct the sunlight at their face. They're just kind of just relaxing. And they go, "Oh, the food's here. Margaritas, please."
That sounds problematic.
What is like? Is there any like glass or anything keeping them in their area, or?
Oh, not at all. They seem to be just relaxing on a plastic band. Give me a medicine check, though.
I rolled a natural 20. What do I add to it?
Oh, gosh. That would have been wisdom,
wisdom.
but a natural 20, you're fine.
Well, I said 22.
You do notice that the fairies have had their wings plucked and put on the display case. Like, these are the wings of these fairies. Look at how pretty they are. We've removed the wings in order to make sure that they don't fly away. But see how pretty their wings are normally.
Can I like cast Cure Wounds and bring their wings back? Would I know that?
You would need regeneration for that.
I don't even know what to handle this because they're just asking for margaritas. Are they drugged?
No.
fly over
With your
to them
20,
and,
they're
like-
not drugged. They seem to be living a very California girl life, stuck in a shoebox. Looking at the tree that they're on, it seems to dip into a small pool that would have been a struggle for any fairy, because fairies generally don't swim. You're not sure that you've met a fairy that can. And so they put
It's really
that
like
barrier
can't
around
swim.
this tree to prevent them from escaping, or they drown. And they're basically kept like parrots.
I get on Kevin's back and I fly over to them and like land down in front of them and ask them their name.
Thanks, Walt. You ask them their names. You land on the frog and they go, "Oh gosh, they haven't taken your wings yet."
No, I work here.
"Oh good, where's my margarita?"
What is your name? Why are you here? Do you enjoy this?
Are you happy, madam?
"I'm Bar, this is B."
Is there a toll? Bartleby.
No, Bar B.
Ah.
And Bar and B are... You asked them what questions?
Why are you here? Are you happy?
John, thank you. You're like, "I guess get as much as we want to drink, and the tree is terrible, the food's meh, but
Do you want
nothing tries to eat us, so that's always good."
Yes.
There's like a whole world out there, and most people don't try to eat pixies.
I'm not sure who you're listening to, but they tell us that we didn't make a quick dinner for anything. Heck, they even took our wings to protect us. They've been really helpful.
They've brainwashed you. You should come with me for just a day. Let me show you what else is out there.
The gnome goes, "Here's your margaritas, Barnaby. Enjoy yourselves." Woo! He gets it.
Yeah, I'm gonna break his finger.
Oh my gosh. Give me an athletics check. You guys even make it past
I'm
the
going
first
to
set
wait.
of creatures.
Can I hold his hand so she can break his finger? Like, can I grab it and hold it up to her?
I rolled a 15 plus 6 for athletics, so I'm at 21 plus my proficiency bonus, right? So 23.
Alright. Assistance wasn't needed, but you're like shoving him towards the winged pixie. The pixie just breaks the finger. He drops the margarita. which spills everywhere. And the fairies are like, "Why? What's wrong with you?"
I just look at them and I say that.
And an uncle goes, "Oh my gosh, you guys are fired! Dang! Oh, get out of here! Oh!"
I am going to quickly slide behind him and just snap his neck.
Yes!
We are murder hobos. Maybe a little too much.
This is going to be a short campaign, everyone.
No, it's not. We're going to make these characters last forever.
Give me initiative, everyone. Let's see if you guys are fast enough to stop him from yelling.
14.
Oh gosh.
Well, I got a 17.
16.
13, 17, 16. Alright, so let's go in order. Alicia,
Yes.
what does Senpai do? Broke this gnome's finger. He seems very disturbed that you guys aren't doing the job that you guys were hired to do, which is just feed these things.
I thought John just killed him.
Yeah, wait.
Where are we going next?
But I wouldn't do anything next.
Oh,
Senpai
I
was
see.
just that little, like a broken finger.
Okay, well, John's next. So, John, what would you do? You're doing the
I'm going
breaking
to-
neck thing, so give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
D20 plus strength, actually.
19.
Great! Go ahead and roll sneak attack damage. So 2d6, and we're going to add your strength modifier and 1.
Ten.
Okay! So, you break his finger, he goes, "Ah!" Quickly stops from yelling out for anything major. Give me a stealth check on top of that to see how discreetly you were able to do it.
A D20. What do I add? I have
Stealth, it's dex and stealth. I believe you get double proficiency for stealth.
Yeah. So I rolled a 27.
Okay, you, while setting his mouth, cover his mouth so that it's silent. You now have a dead employee in the middle of a workplace. You guys are currently unarmed.
Wait, we had
And
to
you-
give up our weapons?
They're in the changing room. You guys were there to do... You guys are in your, like, usher uniforms at this point.
I thought I had my dagger on me. How close is the Displacer Beast enclosure? Is there a map nearby?
You... Give me a survival check to navigate the zoo.
Well, just so happens I'm proficient in survival. So, that's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20? Given your knowledge of the ecology of various creatures and keeping an eye out on the maps and the infrastructure of the town, you do have an idea of where the Displacer Beast enclosure is.
Alright, Grigor, strip
The
him.
YouTube stream keeps freezing.
Okay.
So we know.
Done.
Yeah, I think it's actually OBS. We might need to... It's fine. We'll handle it.
Sorry, Anastasia, we'll fix things eventually. So, you strip down the gnome.
And then I'm going
hold on real fast.
to...
Let me see if it's a busy part of the day and if anybody's coming by.
Do I get to make a stealth check if that's the case?
Yeah, you guys will be doing that. It's not a busy part of the day, it's feeding. Well, no, it would be busier around feeding time, wouldn't it? To get the animals riled up and stuff.
Depends.
I'll give myself advantage. I rolled garbage. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you're doing this discreetly. It's not going to be a high DC.
Is it all of us stealth check or just me stealth checked?
Go ahead and just all of you give me a stealth check. Greg already rolled.
I got a 13.
15. I don't think I can add anything to it.
You don't have a dex?
Oh, my dexterity is +3, so 18.
Alright. You guys discreetly pull him to the side, strip him down. What do you do?
Well, we don't have weapons on us, so which one of us am I the biggest? It's a
Physically?
gnome, right? How big is he?
A gnome is 3 feet tall, tops.
I'm about 180 pounds.
Giant elf.
Because, like, what I'm thinking is, like, if he's small, one of us can just, like, pretend to be fat and shove him in our shirt. Take him over to the Displacer Beast cage and throw him in now that he is naked. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I'm in.
John,
I
your
like it.
proficient
Let's do it.
disguise check. So you can attempt to do that. Who do you wish to stuff the gnome into a shirt?
It's either me or you, dude. I'm half elf,
I'll take it.
half
fine with
orc.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a disguise check. So it's a charisma-based proficiency check for you. This is not where I expected this session going, and that's okay.
I rolled a 15.
15. You pull it off well enough. You kind of just shove them in there. Given the fact that these uniforms are modular, it's easy enough to adjust your outfit to accommodate the additional mass. So you're pulling it off. It's not obvious to your 2 other companions that there's a gnome in
You
your
look
shirt.
great.
So, have you lost weight? So thin.
It's about this. The gnomes are like, the pixies are like, oh my gosh! You found the margarita! And the margarita bringer guy!
I turn to them and I say,
Guys,
hey,
guys.
you guys, like, cooperate and maybe you could go... First of all, do you like living here?
You get all you can drink margaritas. What's
Okay.
not to like?
So we'll bring you
guys,
back.
I'm gonna stop right there. So, these are margaritas. But what if, like, all you could drink everything?
But then the snakes will eat us.
No, no,
Have
no.
you had beer?
There's whole clans of your kind who take care of each other. They have beer, they have wine, they have their own margaritas, and you get to do whatever you want, and you don't have prepubescent kids gawking at you being, like, weirdly inappropriate because you're tiny people.
Give me a persuasion check.
And you get
from
to ride
each of
on
you.
frogs.
You get to ride on frogs. Yeah, Gully, go ahead and give me... Not Gully. This'll give me a persuasion check
I
with
rolled
advantage.
21.
21. And so it's a charisma persuasion
Ooh,
check.
the first roll wasn't great. The second one was 15. I am not proficient in persuasion.
Okay, so just add your charisma.
15. Oh, let's see. +3, so 18.
All right. With both of
I show off my belt and I'm like, did you just see me break that guy's fingers? We do whatever we want. Our size does not stop us. There's actual beaches you could lay on. I've yet to be at one, but like, way better sun.
Bar pushes up her California sunglasses with her sun hat and goes, well, I guess there's nothing keeping
at
us
your
here except for the
wings and
margaritas,
guns,
and you
Kevin.
just killed the margarita guy. So I suppose we can go with you. And there's no snakes.
No snakes. We'll take care of you. I open up a bag. I'm like, you should probably jump in, though, because they're not going to be happy about us setting you free.
All right. They jump into the satchel.
Guys, we really can't this is out of character. We really can't forget we have pixies in my satchel.
Hondo, please.
If on the way out we might try to come back for it, but like we can build you something better.
We
It's
can
fine.
build you a better one. I also pick up their wings and put them in there too.
Go ahead and give me a
We should figure
strength
out a way to
check
get these
because
back.
it's kind of behind a like glass case, so
Me
you're gonna have to
or-
break it open.
Oh.
She's going for the case, so go ahead and break the glass. So
Right,
give me
12.
plus your strength.
What do I plus my strength
And athletics.
modifier, which is +6, so 18.
Oh gosh! You go up and like break the glass into 1,000 pieces, pull out those wings, and what do you do with them?
I put them in the satchel.
Okay. They're like, oh yay, my wings! This is where they went. Completely oblivious that their wings were 4 feet away from them. Now what do you do at this point? You've been able to do this. Oh, give me a stealth check as you break the glass. With disadvantage.
Rolled a 9 both times. Apparently that was what I was supposed to have.
Nice.
Plus dexterity, so plus 3, so 12.
Good. Barely enough. You hear... They'll find out if that's true.
So, wait, if I have their wings, can Cure Wounds work to reattach them?
No. Coming from around a corner, you see this orcish gentleman who just seems mildly curious about what's going on. Sees the broken glass and goes, did this just happen? Is everyone okay?
Everyone's fine.
Give me a deception check. It's a low DC.
Oop. Do I get a bonus like
No.
Oh man. I'm pretty sure it changed the roll, but I'm not entirely sure. Should I re-roll?
Keep it.
Okay, keep the one that's there?
Yep.
Okay. You said persuasion?
Yep. Deception.
Or deception, sorry. 18.
The orc goes, okay, cool. I'll get a janitor. And then he just wanders off.
Let's head over to the Displacer Beast cage and feed them the gnome. Quickly.
Alright,
yes,
you
let's
make
go.
your way over to the Displacer Beast enclosure. It's one of those nice embankments, so there's like walls that drop 20 feet down, work their way up to like this nice level field, and you see the Displacer Beast just pacing back and forth, and they're disjointed, and so you can see the displacement of the creature in different spots. This panther-like creature with 6 legs, with tentacles coming out of its back. It's quite a stunning creature.
I like put my face up against the glass. I'm like,
It's not a glass enclosure.
oh.
It's like a wall, so you get like direct line of sight of these creatures.
I get as close as I can, and I'm like, look at them! They're beautiful! I love them! Hi, friend! Hi, kitty! Hi, kitty! Quick, throw the gnome in!
You throw the gnome.
If anybody doesn't know, the Displacer Beast is Alicia's favorite monster. I love
Obviously, you're just shirt off.
Oh,
Did you know we were doing the zoo episode today? Is that why you wore it? or
No,
was
I
that
wear
just
my
one
Displacer Beast shirts on Friday. I have 2 of them. It's either this one or the purple one. Displacer Beasts are for D&D. Sometimes I wear the purple one because it matches the unicorn underwear that I also wear for D&D.
So,
There's a theme.
the Displacer Beast. You throw the gnome into the enclosure. John, can you give me a stealth check for Gregor as he's trying to discreetly disrobe a little bit?
$28.
Golly! So you're just like, slip, and this naked gnome just drops into the edge of this enclosure. And the Displacer Beast paws, looks down, looks up at you, and just kind of just shake their head at you. Do any of you actually, are any of you able to talk to beasts?
And
Wait, let me look at my spell list.
No, I can't. It was Gully that could talk to small beasts.
Isn't there like a ranger thing about me talking? Can I like...
Speak with animals?
I have like handling?
But
I'm proficient in animal handling. I just can't talk to them.
So the Displacer Beasts seem to pace a little bit. They notice that you dropped a gnome in. They make their way down, grab the carcass of the gnome, bring it back up to the middle, and they just start tearing into it. And because that can't be hidden by any of you, you hear one of the other people enjoying the zoo look out and go, "Oh my gosh!"
He was crazy! He thought he could tame the displacer beast. He jumped right in. Oh, we tried to stop him.
He was on something. He wouldn't listen to reason. He just dove head first. It was like that naked guy who climbed into, what was the whale?
The grizzly man.
From Blackfish.
What?
The guy that jumped into the killer whale's enclosure and was nommed on. Okay, give me a deception check. I guess.
19. Plus dexterity, so...
Wait, who's rolling the deception check?
You roll a deception
I rolled
check.
22.
I would like to use this to get advantage.
Roll again.
I rolled a 1.
What did Thistle roll for deception, which is a charisma skill?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
What did Thistle roll for deception? 15?
I rolled, it's plus dexterity, right?
No,
So I rolled
charisma.
charisma, sorry. So 19 plus my dexterity and charisma are the same.
Okay, well,
22.
the audience seems to be way too disturbed by the fact that they're seeing someone eaten by these displacer beasts. And the person doing like the zoo preview, like, and these lovely creatures, oh my gosh, they are able to eat your face as shown. This is part of the exhibit. As you can see, the displacer beasts use their tentacles to shred open. He's just
Meanwhile,
trying to
Senpai's
sell
like,
it.
look at them, they're magnificent.
And a few moments later, security arrives, and they see the uniforms you're wearing as the food givers. And they go, "Oh gosh, he was part of your crew."
Stop. Read it.
I'm sorry, I see things I just want to read. And the security looks at you and goes, "What happened? You're of his crew."
He jumped right in. He was like, I really love the displacer beast. He took off his clothes and he jumped in. He's like, I want to be one of them. It's like, I want to be where
it, but I mean,
the
I'm
displacer
only a
beasts
pixie.
are.
The pixies in the bag go,
The pixies are in the bag.
yeah, they go,
They agreed to play cool.
they agreed to be taken away. It's like, why are you lying?
They couldn't have seen if they were in the bag.
I will easily kill those pixies.
Yeah, like
God.
we
I'll
would
bring a bad name to our
snap the pixie necks.
These, give me a
Set the satchel on fire.
strength stealth check, Alicia, since they're in your bag.
Strength stealth?
Yeah, you're trying to just like bag them and hide them.
Glad that was a natural 16.
They literally said that
So you
they would
said
be
strength
cool.
stealth? So 16.
Okay? They're like, wait a poof! And you just shove the bag behind you. And the York security guy's like, oh gosh, well, oh man, we're gonna have to. You know what? You leave. Have a nice.
Are we getting?
We're gonna have to deal with our.
Are we getting
nonsense.
paid for the day?
I don't know. Talk to boss.
Okay.
Get the hell out of there.
All right. So I'm gonna. I guess I'll pull Grigor and this little side and be like, do we try to get paid or do we just like hightail it out the front gate?
We
Yeah,
should
so-
ask for double because we're traumatized from watching a guy commit suicide.
Yeah, we might as well talk to him, at least see if we can get paid. We didn't do anything.
We did nothing wrong.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
So,
like,
as you're working your way to the office,
I'm pee, I'll be right back.
dang gum, guys.
on a side note, if we find out what my thing is, then like wouldn't I necessarily leave the group and go back home because I only left on a mission to figure out who it is to go back into my clan and prove that I'm not weak?
You're not
So if we run
appreciated
into
by
the
your
badger?
clan. Maybe the badger symbolizes the fact that you are of the earth itself.
I mean, and maybe you and Senpai have created such a bond.
I'm just saying it would probably be like a hard thing, and then I would have to decide like I am no longer part of my family and like rip off my necklace or something very dramatic that I learned from Senpai, and then be like, now I must go collect flowers.
Hi, Allie. How are you? Thank you for joining this hot mess. Allie's in the chat.
The
She's
YouTube one is
the-
all like is all pixelated. Has anyone else seen that?
What? Look, my poor little MacBook CPU is really struggling. When I bought my upgraded MacBook, I didn't think I would be streaming through OBS on it.
Oh, well, I just reloaded and it looks better.
Why?
Maybe that's all.
So, as we wait for John to get back. One of the things is if I could get my butt in gear and
Actually,
sell.
I should go pee while he is.
Okay, apparently we're taking the break, everyone.
So, advertisement time. Thank you guys for joining us on Holy Hops Tavern, a clearly professional stream filled with clearly professional people.
Some weeks are better than others.
Yeah. If you're curious about what's going on, I did not plan for this.
But you should join us on the Discord. That's a lot of fun. If you like the stuff that Caleb does when we let him talk, check out his Patreon. His website has new fun and upcoming things as more of his players that are not these hot messes contribute to building that out. And
Yeah. How are all of you today? I just looked up. They are so cute.
I love
Beasts are
Displacer
adorable.
Beast. It's on my shirt, but he's really hard to see. But like Displacer Beasts are my favorite, and my first character was a halfling who then got hit with like a cricket thing. She did a lot of damage. She was awesome, and she had to ride Displacer Beast to keep up with everyone else. And ever since then, I have loved Displacer Beasts.
Truth.
So, Alicia,
Yes.
in November, I ordered an Oculus Quest 2, and I completely forgot, and I just got an email that I can pick it up. It's hilarious.
I thought you told me they weren't worth getting.
Well, I didn't have, what did I have? I had what was the one that I had?
I don't know. You had the
Was
Oculus
it-
Quest, like the low tier one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think I got like an upgrade, and I had a GameStop gift card, so it was like $20. But they were out of stock for like months, so it's hilarious.
Wait, well, let's get back to our dumpster fire.
Anywho,
And
Alicia, I just found Displacer Beast dice.
Really?
That sounds amazing. That's a future us discussion, though.
Fair.
Who's Neo Gabby? I think they're new. Hello, Neo Gabby, whoever you are.
Gabby. Let us know who you are.
Yeah.
We would like to know you.
Welcome to our hot mess. So, you guys are booking it back to the zoo offices, and you actually see poor boss making his way to the scene of the crime, and he's not paying any attention to you at this point in time, and he's planning to just move right past you.
I think we should just keep going at this point. Just like, even if we don't get paid, this was clearly a mistake.
So, what do you do?
Fine.
You do see the poor orcish gentleman trying to book it past you. Do you just let him go, do his work, or...
I vote we just go past him.
I mean, I vote we kill everybody. They put a bunch of pixies in a cage.
Fair.
But sure, we can just let them go.
All right. You make your way back
They
to
tore their
the
wings off, though.
zoo employee lounge area, and you do see the various lockers where people store their equipment. You know exactly where yours are. You do see some people who are really kind of curious about what on earth is going on, trying to get ready or for their work shift, or people trying to leave after their work shift has ended. But they seem very just like curious more than anything else. Like they don't know what's going on yet.
Time to go.
So you grab your stuff out of the lockers and just leave.
I do think Thistle should keep the hat and tray I made her.
Sure.
You didn't kill the other pixies. They're just in the bag.
Yeah.
So
There you
far.
go. So. Oh gosh, while getting dressed, let's see if anybody noticed the pixies in the bag. Nope, nobody noticed diddly. So you leave the establishment, go through the offices, leave, and there's a lot more security entering the zoo at this point. The bag has air. It's not a handy haversack. There's air and normal breathingness.
So is there do we know of a healer in town who would have a 7th level restoration spell to help these pixies?
Thanks, Theo. That's great.
Oh, nice. Hello, Rando. I didn't know that my Tumblr still actually drew people, so that's kind of nice.
Integration.
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you for actually reading my stuff. I appreciate that. But yeah, you give me a history check to see if you know anybody in the Barrows that might have the ability to regenerate.
Well, that was a natural 17. So you said history?
Yep.
Oh, I'm proficient in history. With a +1 in intelligence, so a dirty 20 again.
Dirty 20, solid. You're pretty sure that maybe one of two people might be able to help you. There's some priests that work the casinos for So'anu, that snake god that you briefly met. They're technically priests, and you know that priests have some kind of healing magic tied to them.
Okay.
So maybe. You also know that there's this very curious druidist, Mikhail Dovanov, who loves various experimentation, loves working with weird projects. Basically, if it's interesting to him, he'll do anything. But he's done a lot of.
He's gonna
interesting
Frankenstein them back together.
Well, we have their wings. So I think we should start with him rather than official priests, because I feel like he's less likely to ask questions about where we got the pixies and where we got the wings.
Sure. You gotta get them on board with lying, though.
We don't have to get them on board with lying. We just tell them, don't mention we stole you from a zoo. If you want your wings back, which will help you evade snakes in the future and fit more in with pixie folk.
So. So you do know that this archivist, Mikhail, works in the falls. He generally makes random pieces of lore, runs a massive library that people come to him and steal his knowledge, buy access to his library that he gleefully sells just so they can keep funding his random experiments. His little tiny library functions out of the falls. It's one of the more easier to find places. So do you guys just beeline it there? Do you go back to Holy Hops first? What do you guys do?
I think we should beeline it to him. Let's get these pixies fixed up and get them on their way back to Pixieville. They're the ones that can get us in trouble.
I agree.
Sure.
Alright, you make your way to his library, and it is carved out of the stacks itself. Unlike the rest of the location, which has been kind of been repurposed over time. Whenever this dwarf set up shop here, he intended to stay here permanently. His structures stand time, falls that cascade through the falls, just providing a little bit of white noise to the area. And as you enter, there's a very simple three-pronged entrance to this place. This initial hall has a door to your left, straight ahead and to the right. The right is clearly labeled the gift shop, the left is labeled the library, and straight ahead seems to be where actual employees of his work. This initial entry hallway arcs up, has like a dome ceiling with like some continual lights up there. And you see this skeletal structure of some animal kind of portrayed in a museum-like fashion, just kind of glaring down upon you. You do not, of course, see the dwarf, but you do see various people entering and exiting various rooms.
Do any of them have like employee-looking outfits?
You do see
Staff t-shirts.
Yes, you do see a wizard archivist just bringing a pile of books out of the library, and he seems to be wandering back towards the workshop, probably.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, what can I do for you? Says this dwarvish individual. He's a little bit stockier, covered in a very simple...
We have a serious medical issue.
Sensitive.
What?
Sensitive issue to handle. Sensitive issue
Sensitive,
to handle.
serious
It would be
medical
better talked about in a private manner.
All right.
We would like to speak with your employer about possibly regrowing some, or reattaching some limbs. We have the limbs, we have the people. We need them put back together.
All right. Well, if you want a meeting with a guy, just get something off of his list. He'll be more than willing to actually meet with you. He doesn't exactly do appointments unless you have something for him. The things he wants are on his shop list.
Can we leave the people and the...
This guy is an Amazon wish list? What is going on?
Yeah. They look at you and they basically go, yeah, if you want a meeting with him or if you want to buy something from his shop, they're working on and provide it to him.
Can we leave the people and their appendages here while we go fetch the items?
We don't run a hotel or
They
a
don't
hospital.
take up a lot of space.
Who are these people?
Do you have a locker?
Yes, like a locker. A locker would be fine. You have a locker?
I'll lend you my lockbox. I don't care.
Well, I mean...
Wait, they're people. Why are you putting them in a
They're-
lockbox?
Do you see my friend here? And I point to Thistle.
Pixies are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
what
well,
about
we
them?
have some pixies.
I saw some of those at the zoo.
Yeah,
They're
they were
cool.
separated from their wings.
Okay, we gotta kill this guy too now.
No, we don't need to kill him. We have some pixies who were separated from their wings. We need them reunited with their wings. And we naturally thought of your employer as the best option to reunite the pixies with their wings.
Well, we'll definitely keep the pixies because that'll be just fun to have around. We need a shop pet for a bit, so sure, why not? They like margaritas, right? I remember them drinking that at the zoo.
Yes, they.
That's their diet, right? Just margaritas and
They love
tapas.
They love margaritas and tapas. If we can leave them here with you, we will happily get you something off the list in order to pay for them being reunited with their wings. We have their wings as well.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, sure. Just give me the pixies now so that I can start enjoying their lovely company.
We need some discretion in this matter.
Oh, I don't care. No one cares. Just give me the pixies. Go get something off the list. Get to work.
Okay.
We're
so
busy
what,
people here.
I like reach into the bag and I pull out the
Being
pixies and I'm
grumpy.
like, you're going to stay with this lovely gentleman. He will feed you. He will margarita you.
All right.
And we will be back with your wings to have them reattached so you can go rejoin Pixie Society.
They're like, our society was, lit on fire and burned
We
to the
have
ground. And
better
snakes.
societies for you. There are no
And
snakes.
No,
they-
the archivist goes, no, we have snakes. We have those.
That's why we're not leaving you here indefinitely. Please keep them away from the snakes.
Well, now you tell us. Gosh, anything else? Margaritas, no snakes.
Food. They also need
nachos.
food.
Tapas. Yes, we got this. They pick them up, put them in a beaker. You see they literally take the pixies, drop them in a beaker. You see the dwarf kind of shake a little bit, and you see a
They're
little bit
gentle.
of dandruff fly off of them. It's like, this is awesome.
Gently.
Yeah, you'll definitely only need just one thing, especially if we can get some pixie dust off of these guys.
We're gonna have to kill these people.
Right? That's what I said.
They're evil!
Let's go look at the list. We can't kill everyone who doesn't know that pixies aren't toys.
I mean, we'll try.
Alright, presently there are 3 things on their
Yeah,
list.
the wording there I don't agree with.
That pixies aren't toys?
No, that we can't.
We can't kill them.
We
can.
shouldn't kill everyone who doesn't understand that pixies aren't toys.
Maybe.
Fine.
So, you go up to
The
the
jury is still out on that, but fine.
you go up to the shop, and inside you see this halfling individual who's sitting behind the counter, just kind of throwing a glob at the ceiling. Inside you see a weird motley assortment of items. You see a Displacer Beast's clothes, clearly made from a Displacer Beast.
How much?
There's one sign at the beginning on the door that says, everything in the shop, 100 gold, and something off this list.
And something off the list.
Yes.
I do not have 100.
And the things on this list are things from a vampire or vampire spawn, a satyr's panpipes, and the head of a Medusa.
Wait, what?
The 3 things are things from a vampire or vampire spawn, the head of a Medusa, or satyr's panpipes.
Okay. So which one of these things? Which one of these things are we going to go for?
Is there is there a vampire snake thing that killed our first people?
I don't think that's the vampire we're supposed to. I don't think I think it's the level 3 that was the problem, not the class.
Gotcha.
I think we'd need to be like level a lot higher. Not that this is completely all out of character. So maybe we should go for like a Pan's flute. Where would we find a satyr?
Give me a nature check.
I don't know where my d20 is. There it is. That's good. That's good.
7.
22.
722. And John, can you give me a history check?
Sure.
Intelligence history.
8.
8. Okay. Most of you have no clue, but being an orc with your weird family line, you do remember a satyr that worked for a dragonborn lady. That you know of this.
You're going to.
You know of this Vex guy who worked for Karen.
Do you guys remember Vex?
Mm-hmm.
Was Karen your other character's mom?
Yes. currently married to Senpai's father. Does Senpai recognize the name Karen?
Give me a
I mean,
history check
everyone
with advantage.
recognizes Karen.
I mean, wouldn't there be a lot of Karens?
You said history?
Yep, with advantage.
Alright, so first one is... What's 18?
The Medusa, of course.
It's 18 plus 3, 21?
Yep.
Okay, first one's 21. Well, the second one, after it hit the dice, was a 1. So,
Well, you're pretty sure that you know who Karen is. She is a little ways away, but if you can't get a hold of Vex in the Cragmaw Isle, you're pretty sure they can find a satyr somewhere in that area at least. You know that Karen is associated with the family somehow.
but I don't know that she is Sebastian's current wife.
wife. Yeah.
But I know she's connected to Sebastian, just not how.
Yep. And you know that Vex works for this lady.
I'm just gonna say, I feel like we have a good lead on a satyr's pipe by going and talking to a man named Vex on...
F-E-X.
What?
Vex.
What did I say?
Vex.
Vex.
Okay. Sorry.
Over on Cragmaw Isle.
Come in.
Thanks, Mom. The Medusa, of course. That way we can see more characters. It takes too long to draw new portraits every time. No, thank you.
Alright, so we're heading to Cragmaw.
Let's do it.
Let's go back. I believe that Kai mentioned he was from Cragmaw. We should see if he has any, or he had spent time on Cragmaw. We should see if he has any tips for moving forward.
Sure.
Alright, so you make your way back to the Holy Hops Tavern. A magical place that was formed and produced here in the lovely little city of the Barrows. Totally original. Definitely did not originate from the Drakes at all.
Not over.
And as you enter this little tavern, you do see the human from the other day still waiting patiently for his results. You're not sure how long he'll be here, or how long the testing is going to take. But as you enter, you do see Kai busy at work making dinner for the various people there.
Kai. Good to see you, man.
Welcome. Wait, that was a really quick shift for you.
Well, it wasn't really for us.
Was it paying? Oh, it wasn't for you, so you didn't do it.
Yeah. We need to find a satyr, and I know that Fex on Cragmaw Isle has some good leads, and I remember you mentioning once that you did some time on Cragmaw Isle.
Yeah, I was there for a little bit. Spent some time with some sociopaths that just wanted to watch the world burn. Decided it wasn't best for me.
There.
That's fair. Do you have any? Do you happen to know a Karen from the Cragmaw Isles?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I know her. She makes the beer there. The big staple,
The Stout Drake.
the Stout Drake. Kind of an awful thing, but makes some money.
Do you know of Fex?
I heard of Vex. He came by after they burned the town to the ground to see if he could transform it into a port, but while he was figuring things out, I left. I wasn't interested in reconstruction.
Do you have any tips for heading to Cragmaw?
You have any grapes?
Grapes.
Go to Gravitas.
Da-da-da.
Gravitas is a nice little town. It's not nearly as big as the Barrows, but it's quaint. Runs off of just like a few industries. Yeah, nothing exciting. It's where we get a bunch of like scorpions for some of our fights. It's kind of nice. Not our fights. The city gets various things from there. So there's a scorpion breeder for dog fights, effectively, that come from that particular island. Call back to season 1 of our show.
Did you say scorpions like the Russian band Scorpions?
What? No, John. Shame on you.
Just asking.
But he meant scorpions like Scorpios, which you are one of.
There.
So, he goes, how are you guys planning to pay for the trip over? It's like a solid 3 gold a head just to leave the Barrows. Do you guys have enough money for that? And who's going to take you?
I mean, we haven't gotten that far.
Oh, well.
I mean, I have the money for us to at least make it there, but we just wanted to know if there was anything we should be aware of before we go try to steal pipes from a satyr. Unless you happen to have satyr pipes in the back room.
No, I don't have anything like that. Just my very original brewing process. Thanks, John.
Well, I guess we should go charter a ship next then. Will you keep our rooms for us while we're gone?
The smile on John's face as he's doing it.
I know, right?
I love it. It's great.
Do you
Sure.
know the CIA actually wrote that song?
Really?
Yeah, they wrote it and made the Scorpions sing it to make to stop Cold War tension. Little tip of the day.
Thank you for that history check.
I'm here to help.
So, at this point, you do know of a band of pirates. You also know that
Are they pirates who don't do anything?
you're a monster. You know that Dwyer Argast came via boat. You're not sure where he's from or anything. But past that, none of you have any knowledge of a taxi service that makes its way there. As you're talking to Kai, talking about finding a boat, he does say that the Stout Drakes do shipments here. They serve Stout Drake at the Holy Hops Tavern. And so he maybe could charter a shipment vessel back. If that's the direction you wanted to go. Where do you guys go?
Are we going to go head to the docks and try to charter a boat?
Sure.
Go
Why
charter a
not?
boat!
This has gone on a weird loopy turn. Why not?
You guys are so special. Now it is 3 gold a head to leave the Drakes.
Will it also be 3 gold a head to come back?
Correct.
Okay, so I have to my group. I have 17 gold. How much do you guys have?
I don't know how much.
I don't know because we never went back and watched the first episode of my sheet that got deleted. But I think at one point, didn't we all have the same amount?
That's what
And I stole I stole a lot of gold off of every dead person we've taken, including my nice gold jeweled belt.
I have
that
27.
wear.
Oh yeah, wait, how much gold did we get from last week? With the hunting the guys down and stealing gold back from the dude.
You guys got a total
We
of
took a
40
lot of
gold
gold.
from that. Because it was 100 minus the 60 that he needed to do the various work.
So 40 gold divided by 3 is not an even number.
Yep. I did that intentionally every time.
So we each got 10 from that, which means I have
That's
27
still
gold.
at least enough to get us back there and back easily.
So yeah, so there's 20. I'm gonna say there's 27 gold and then an additional 10 in the group gold. So there's at least enough in the group gold to get us there, and we should each have individually enough to get us back.
All right.
And Kim has a good point. We can hide the pixie.
Fair.
Like,
Oh yeah,
Senpai has a lot of hair. I can do like an updo with him so that Thistle can just like hang out in my hair.
sounds good. I will do little braids.
Alright, so since this is clearly where you guys are going, you pack up your various bags to find a ship. Go ahead and give me an investigation check from all of you, trying to find a decent group of ships that are going to be making that journey.
I rolled a 1.
7.
You're just
11.
amazed at how boats work and how it's so inefficient to just kind of float on the water. Why would anyone want to live so dangerously?
Or why would anyone not want to live so dangerously? And now I have a new life ambition to become a pirate.
You live in the
Has
right
anyone ever
place.
seen-
The entire city of the Barris is founded by a pirate king, so
I think I would make a wonderful pirate. I would just like to point that out.
this campaign's gonna get weird. It's never gonna stop.
Um,
So
Also, has anyone seen the How I Met Your Mother episode where they're just like that commercial that's like boats, 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 boats? That's all playing in my head right now. Boats, boats. The blonde girl, and she dates the sea captain. Who, like, I think Robin dated for a little bit. This is real. This is a real part of the show. It's
I don't remember.
Alright, so you got nothing for your investigation. John, what did you get with your criminal?
11.
7.
11.
Oh, 11. Okay. And 11.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
You got a 2.
Mm-hmm.
25? 7.
I got a 7. He got an 11.
Okay, thank you.
We got 7-11.
You don't find anything ritzy at all. You do find a cargo ship, which is making its trip to the Drakes. So it's actually going to go by Little Drake first, and then you can probably easily charter a taxi service to go to Cragmore from there. So you didn't find a direct line, but you did find a ship going to the Little Drakes.
Hey, roll to see if he can find where that.
No.
Okay. How does Hey feel about us going back?
Oh, Hey is stoked. He has been waiting by the door. He's been standing dramatically as wind gusts by him as he just stares ominously into the distance.
Hey's good at that.
You do get on the boat. It's a good 2-day journey. So go ahead and pay. Oh, as you get on the boat and make your way out, give me a stealth check or a disguise check for John, depending on who's doing the hiding.
Where is Kevin?
Kevin doesn't count as a head, so I imagine he's just flying along with
Wait,
you. Just
so
sticking
are
to
we
the
all
ship.
doing a stealth or disguise check?
No. Who is
Just
hiding?
whichever one of you is
Thistle?
hiding me.
Oh, I'm hiding Thistle.
You're hiding Thistle, so it is a just straight stealth check for you. Or sleight of hand.
Ooh. Sleight of hand does not help. 12.
12. Alright. As you guys make your way to actually exit the Barrows, a small little vessel comes up next to the ship that you decided to charter the sail on. And these guys start going through and taxing people. This halfling has a nice little chest that he's just taking coins from and throwing them in. One person is trying to pay with foreign money. He doubles what's reasonable and takes that money. Makes his way up to you and goes, alright, so that'll be 6 for the 2 of you, right?
2.
Give me a deception check.
That was much better. That is a dirty 20.
He goes, oh, so you guys are paying separately. Understandable. So that'll be 3 gold from you and 3 from the pixie.
How does this will carry her money?
I didn't want to assume. I'm sorry. I just thought that she was just like
I mean, she's
your
so
pixie.
little. She doesn't take up any extra room.
And
I promise to always keep her on my person.
No, I'm sorry. It's by the head, and she technically has a head. So.
Well, so do you.
Head
You
on.
know, in a second.
Like your pixie.
You guys are aware that the tax collector basically allows the ship to leave. If they are assaulted, basically ballistias and trebuchets on the port sink ships all the time. This is the only tax that this city actually charges. Is the come in and leave tax. It's
What if I
basically
hide
evil New
her?
Jersey.
Better.
What if we kill him?
If you kill him, then the boat doesn't leave. They'll realize something's up, and then they
I
sink the
have
boat.
no idea how I carry my money.
I'm
Do you guys
assuming that
do
either
I trust you
Grigor.
guys enough that I let you hold it? Do I have enough faith in you guys? Because I feel like if anyone else tried to touch my money, I'd fight them. But I feel like with you two, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Like,
But the tax halfling has his hand out like, well, pay, come on. Ting, ting, ting. So
This'll,
that's
do
your-
I have permission to draw from your purse that I'm going to just now assume is on my person?
yeah.
Ting, ting, ting. Okay, moves on, gets the rest of the dues, and gets off the ship. Because he failed the insight check, he didn't realize that you were trying to shorthand him. And so he did not assume that she was a stowaway. So he took the money, got off the ship, and you guys make your way to the tiny Isle of Little Drake. And I think that's a good pause point.
Is there 10 minutes out?
Ba-da!
Alright, so next week is a normal week. I promise my very best, big promise, to get the sound the rest of the way fixed.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
I said I did my best! Not that it would be fixed, just that I would do my best to get it fixed. In the meantime, if you're not on the Discord, please join us. We would love to have you. If you don't follow Caleb on other social media or on Patreon, there's lots of stuff there. And if you need a website, visit bitesizedigital.com, because we're a lot of fun to work with, because we're pretty much exactly like this when we work with you. And then the stand is coming up on the... I can't hear you, John. 12th? The 12th.
2, 1, 2.
What?
No, 318, isn't it? Or March 12th, that's what it is.
What are you guys doing?
318.
March 12th, we're doing our The Stand Book Club on Bite Size. So we hope to see you all there, and we hope to see you next week. And we love you all. Thank you for watching. And the edited version will be a little more coherent.
Maybe.
Maybe. So,
Thank you for joining us.
have a great weekend.
We'll see you next week.
See you next Friday. Bye.
What a hot mess.
Can
We're
I ask
still
you a
live.
question real quick
We
before
are
we
still
go?
live.
We're in a hot mess.